If you have seen my other videos, you know how much I value the promos. I like when I can get invested in the content. I like when there's drama. I like when a wrestler is all in on the gimmick and they are talking and the other person is sitting there and they're taking it. And then sometimes they might say something that's like, oh, you really want to fight right now? I might just say, forget the script and spit directly in your eye. Today we've got a video with top 10 wrestlers whose promos got way too real. So you know we gotta show love to this one. If you guys would like to see the content without me reacting to it, if you have not stumbled across it already, it will be at the top of the description. You can click that link and go directly to it, and you won't have to worry about the weird goth, emo, the ghost AI thing in the corner reacting to it. If you're a youngin', you might want to get the hell out of here. I used bad language. This is not for you. I don't want you getting in trouble because the ghost thing said the F word. So get out of here. Stay tuned for about, I don't know, around the middle of the video for the question of the video if you want to interact with that. But without further ado, let's get this thing going.
1, 2, is this on?
I'm still here because you can't do your job.
You can't do that as the cold open. Fun fact, we watched this whole segment back on stream, like before I was even uploading wrestling content, like a couple months ago. Yeah, it's still pretty fucked. Cena was dog walking Big Bro, man. Oh my goodness. He hurt his feelings. He really did hurt his feelings. Anyway, okay, let me stop.
Wrestling has the ability to blend talent's real lives into its storylines like no other form of scripted entertainment.
I want to be the catalyst for that
change. Oh,
save
me. Really what you mean is you will only accept change if it means CM Punk is on top.
You gonna punch me in the face? Or do you gotta go ask your wife permission first?
Nah. Yo, I can already tell this is gonna be a super spicy video. It's probably gonna be long as shit because I have to react. I have to. I cannot let this just linger. I must. You better get your snack. You better get comfy. We're in for a long one, okay? That's it. Wait. CM Punk was pushing buttons. He was pushing buttons. I swear, like, I wasn't even watching the product at this time. But like going back, I think it was one of the 2K games that had like the Summer of Punk as like the showcase. Just going back to that shit, I was like, yo, this man was a yeah, dude. I can see what all the hype is about. I'm kind of like a hipster, I'm not gonna lie, but I can see what the hype is about for sure, dude. I mean, it was definitely out there. I think it was 2K13, either that or like 14. It had to be like one of the older ones. I keep remembering like when they have like a copyrighted tattoo or something, they do like a weird facsimile in the game. Alright, anyway.
Today we're going to explore how the sport does this by highlighting those who frequently bring up real life dramas in promos.
The only reason you were WWE champion for a year is because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesday.
Yo. Also, can I just give Paul Heyman his flowers? She is like undeniable on the mic. That is a shit talker through and through. And when he talks his shit, sometimes you gotta screw your face up and be like, yeah, talk that shit. Talk to him, Paul. It's all, yeah. I love Paul Heyman so much, man. So fucking much. If I could have him announce my everyday movement, my client, Cratewraith, just went to the bathroom and brushed their teeth. My client.
As we cover the top 10 pipe bomb promo cutters in wrestling. Number 10, Samoa Joe. Joe has often been as savage cutting promos as he has been in the ring, especially when his ammo on the mic is loaded with reality. Like when Joe shot on Scott Hall for no showing a pay-per-view in TNA.
Scott Hall, Chico, kiss my ass. You punked out and you're a punk.
Joe also took aim at Kevin Nash, which later led to a physical confrontation backstage.
TNA is the man who come in here risk their lives on scaffoldings, on wires, while others show up.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Every time I see TNA, they're doing some fucking flippy dippy shit from like, you're from like a bird cage or something. Every time I see TNA, they're going absolutely insane.
Risk their lives on scaffoldings, on wires, while others show up and pad their pensions.
I said, was that from Russo or was that yours? Smirked at me, he said, that was mine. So I fucking open hand smacked him. And he just...
Oh, man. Is he talking that shit? Nah, don't take it personal, Gramps. It's part of the game. It's part of, he thought he had some sauce on. You can't just slap him. Getting offended. Come on.
He just fucking looked at me. So I smacked him again.
Some of Joe's best mic work in WWE came during his feud with Jeff Hardy, where the Samoan submission machine mocked Hardy's past addiction issues.
Because for as many times as this man has made you get up out of your seat, there are just as many times, Jeff, that you let all these people down.
Ew. Oh, whoa. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing like a match where like Jeff was like out of it against Sting. Oh. Oh. That's real. That you don't get this level of eyebrow raise when someone is not. Hit spitting facts. You don't do this by accident. That shit real.
It can be really rough this time of year. And we both know, Jeff, that eventually your demons, Jeff, they're going to come running right back and they're going to start controlling you. How's it going, Jeff? Trust that you and the family enjoyed the holidays. It's always nice to create new memories, perhaps even make up for some of the ones that you've destroyed. You can choose to have 14 of these and wake up in jail. That is if you're...
No. Someone needs to take Samoa Joe's keys so he cannot get behind the stove and cook like this again. Someone needs to put an end to this. Because you shouldn't be back there with the beer taps and the props and all that. Get this motherfucker out of there right now.
You're fortunate enough to wake up at all.
Keep on talking.
Hey, do me a favor. Why don't you act like this is an AA meeting and you shut your mouth while I'm sharing with the group?
My goodness. Yo. Siri, is Samoa Joe straight edge? What the fuck is going on? This is personal. I feel uncomfortable for Jeff.
Number 9, Jim Cornette. Cornette made a career out of talking fans into the building. We've also seen him take personal issues as well as his own real-life opinions and express them on television.
Just a couple of years ago, I left my home in Tennessee and I moved to Connecticut, which is like trading a Hawaiian vacation for a bed in a cancer ward. Will Jim Cornette come back to the ECW arena? I'd rather go skinny dipping in a septic tank of a slaughterhouse and come back to that.
His famous shoot promos on Raw in 1997 were living proof.
6, 1, 2, 3 kid. His name's Shawn Waltman, whatever you want to call him. As far as I'm concerned, the only reason that he's in...
I think he does. He's got to have like a blog or something. Like his name is familiar. I don't recall him from like watching back in the day. I don't remember him, unfortunately. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend I know who this is. But the name is familiar. It's very familiar for some reason. He cooking them. He cooking. He talking that shit.
Employed is because the other guys think that he's funny when he gets drunk and throws up on himself.
They were in keeping with the WWF's shift towards a more realistic product at the time, and they occurred just weeks before the official start of the Attitude Era.
Wrestling fans watching a wrestling program want to see wrestlers wrestle. That's easy. It's not too hard to understand.
Cornette spat bullets, taking aim at WCW.
So they sit around all day listening to people
my
on the
man's
internet,
not playing.
and the people on the internet wouldn't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch.
The NWO.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the NWO...
Yo, this can't be from off the top, is it? He kind of going crazy. He kind of spitting. Oh, he has a podcast. Okay. I might have heard his name on like What Culture. Like, I think that might be why I heard it in passing. But that makes sense. Like, he seems really passionate about, like, the products and all that. Good on him. Good on him. I love when, like, you know, people who were, like, 6 years back then are, like, still relevant. That's good. A lot of, like, careers and businesses don't really take care of the people as, like, they move out of, like, the spotlight. So it's good that he's still able to do his thing in the modern day.
It was like a bunch of guys meeting out in the backyard in a clubhouse in a tree. And on a personal note to Hulk Hogan, you are a household word, but so is garbage. And it stinks when it gets old, too.
Roddy Piper.
By the 10-minute mark, they were sucking wind so bad, the first 3 rows passed out of oxygen deprivation. Would have been funny if it wasn't so sad.
Shawn Michaels.
Well, Shawn Michaels is still the single most talented athlete in wrestling today inside the ring. But outside, he's an adolescent, obnoxious jerk who takes his tights and goes home if he doesn't get his way.
And sports columnist Phil Mushnick, who regularly badmouthed wrestling.
I say go to hell, Phil Mushnick, and try to
I don't have a public Discord just yet.
Because we're doing just fine up here without you.
I'll
Jim was
probably
even
make
taking
one
jabs at Vince Russo all the way then.
once
as
I
Jim
hit
referred
a
to Vince as a
subscribable.
Yankee.
Phony teeth, phony hair.
I want to make sure
and
it's
a
like
phony
all base
tan.
and all that.
And running the WWF, you got a whole office building full of Yankees from New York City that wouldn't know a wrestling match if it bit them.
Threatening to kill me, threatening to kill my entire family.
Bart Gunn's gonna be a star now. I want to kill you. I would like to just squeeze you until your britches are full and your eyeballs pop out.
Number 8, Steve Austin. The foundations of the Stone Cold character were established in ECW at the end of 1995.
Like the Sandman and spitting beer in his face.
Here, Austin was finally given.
What's up with all the getting spat on shit? What's with all the getting spat on stuff back in the day? Do I get a bonus that week? Because you're not gonna actually move the liquid from the receptacle into your mouth. Mix it with saliva, and then eject it onto me. We're not doing that. I will take my tights and my boots and go home.
Free reign to speak his mind.
I've been crapped on for 4 years. I believe I deserve a break. I didn't get to climb a ladder to the top.
Yo, Stone Cold with the do-rag is actually insane. Do-rag Austin? Do-rag Austin? What's going on, Lex?
In WCW like this.
He took aim at the politics in WCW that held him down.
The politics in WCW kept the biggest potential superstar in wrestling.
I got cut off. I was saying what's going on, Lex. How you do it?
Kept him in the mid card.
Yeah, take me back to WCW. Let me be a mid card wrestler. Let me just scramble around. Let me get no dues. Don't give me nothing. Treat me like a piece of garbage. Feed me garbage.
The older wrestlers hogging the spotlight.
This is the top 10 wrestlers whose promos got way too real.
And worst of all, Eric Bischoff, who had fired an injured Austin by FedEx.
The circumstances dictated that I had to let him go. I didn't have any choice. He hadn't found that mark yet.
A FedEx copy of your termination notice is on its way to your home in Texas.
My world-famous impression of the biggest piece of trash I ever laid my eyes on. Bret couldn't be here, so I had my secretary leave a message on his answer machine, and when he calls me, I'm gonna fire him on the phone just like I did Austin.
Number 7, Triple H. Some of Triple H's best work is when he blurs the lines between a work and a shoot, such as his original
The Deem, Triple H has some pretty good promos too, though. He does go crazy sometimes. I'll give him that.
The Game promo, where he spoke about being punished for his role in the curtain call.
Madison Square Garden, I walked to the ring to say goodbye to my friends. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Shawn Michaels. Who got punished for that, JR? Me.
As Triple H became more of a main event player, it meant more freedom to say what he wanted in his promos.
If it wasn't for me, you'd be nothing. You got that? I made you. You know well I can break you. Why don't you run along into the back and hang out with the other curtain jerkers while the main event guys stay in here and handle our business?
By the time he got into power as the Authority, his promos were even more
I hate to be the one to break it to you, but you never drew a dime, buddy. Guys like Jericho, Edge, Rob Van Dam. If any of those guys had been the face of the WWE, we'd all be working for Ted Turner right now.
What happened? Whoa! Don't bring goats into the equation and just pretend they're not goats. Paul Hunter, who do you think knows that? He talking that shit, man.
Without the WWE, your pipe bomb and you really mean nothing.
And regardless if you legit believe the things he said,
why, if you're a millionaire, you're evil. If you're a billionaire, you're the Antichrist. I would rather eat well than sleep well.
It played into the online discourse that Hunter held others down so he could stay on top.
He's got some lines, dude.
I put an end to your dreams and I bury Daniel Bryan. I'm gonna tweet my displeasure. And if that doesn't work, me and my friend Mark, we're gonna stop watching.
Number 6.
I see what you did there. All right. I see what you did there. Also, this clip coming up, yeah, we already talked about this in the previous video. Yeah, when the Miz is fired up, whoa, always different. Always different. I need that passion. Matter of fact, you made it this far in the video, I gotta ask you the question of the video. How about that? You ready? Which WWE wrestler has the most underrated promo skills in your eyes? I need to know. You can feel free to comment it, feel free to reply, whatever. I want to know what you're thinking. You here with me, right? You still eating, you still sitting down, we're hanging out. We're not even got 7 minutes out of a 20 more minute video. We're still here. We're doing this. This is us. We're live.
6. Shoot promos. We'll now look at a selection of standalone worked shoot promos.
Dewey Foley is a 3-year-old boy.
You sick sons of bitches! McMahon didn't want someone like The Undertaker representing the World Wrestling Federation.
So when you walked down that aisle last week, people at home, all they did was grab their remote, change the channel to the WWF, and watch Stone Cold, a person you and your old friends got fired from.
That's not crazy. Yo, I'm so used to them pretending that the other side just doesn't exist in the modern era. Like, I try to avoid saying names and all that. I think it's got more lax lately, to be honest. But like back then, to be like, oh yeah, you watched the other show to see blah. Like, the universes are colliding. This shit like Marvel and DC. Why is Spider-Man talking about Superman? What the fuck?
When I was out hurt, you stupid bastard, you lying coward, what did you do? You did everything you could do to get inside my girl's head and inside her pants.
Yeah. You were running around backstage talking about this Vanilla Ice wannabe named John Cena, said he couldn't make it.
Each of which saw wrestlers peel back the curtain to blur the lines between reality and fiction.
WCW was nothing but a bunch of guys pushing their sons. If you didn't have a dad in the business, you couldn't even get an opportunity.
I left the World Wrestling Federation for gimmicks like this. Oh, my new name is Seven, by the way, so they've dressed me up like Uncle Fester. And they...
That's, my bitch is definitely done. It's why, they dressed me up like Uncle Fester. Did they go out of the way to, like, do all the makeup and stuff and, like, go out there and say this shit sucks? Or, like, did he just go rogue? I need the backstory on that shit stat. This good, the hell was that faceplate? What do you mean? That's 7. Oh, okay. That's an asshole move. What's going on, Bruce?
I left the World Wrestling Federation for gimmicks like this. Oh, my new name is Seven, by the way, so they've dressed me up like Uncle Fester. And they can all kiss my ass.
I'm told to deliberately ignore the moves and the holds during the matches so I can tell stories. Hey, let me tell
bro was like, yo, I'm tired of working. Yeah, this shit ain't it. I remember they had like a series of like really screwy rules for being on like commentary, right? If I remember correctly. They definitely had like fucking, like Vince was just a fucking a knobhead, a dickneck. But he was definitely a dickneck.
Who doesn't give a shit about this company? That goddamn politician Hulk Hogan.
All while bringing up behind-the-scenes drama we'd never normally hear about on television.
Vince, you tried to bury me and you tried to kill me off, but you didn't get the job done.
Bischoff is each and every one of these motherfucking smart.
Ooh, I'm telling. I hope this shit wasn't being broadcast anywhere. This motherfucker, he found something. Yo, imagine you watching Raw, right? And they give the mic to like fucking... They give the mic to like Sheamus. He's like, fuck that fella. And they're like, yo, what? Sheamus. Look, was he terminated frame? What the fuck was that?
Mark! I'm throwing coffee on myself. As far as I'm concerned, Eric Bischoff, you can take this job and shove it up your you-know-what. You're an obnoxious, overbearing ass. Abuse of power. And I'm sick of all of you, my GM, sitting there criticizing me, calling me the coward. I'm the one here, day in and day out, in that wrestling ring, beating people up. Look at me, Tony. Look at me. I want you to fire me. You fucking mark!
Okay, so this clip I did see. I know almost nothing about AEW, but I know this guy. His name is like 3 letters. It's fucking... I don't want to say the wrong letters. I don't know who he is, but I know this. I've seen this segment, and I was like, oh, this motherfucker's real. Yeah. I know this fella goes hard. MJF, yeah, this guy, I've seen some work from him where he was like not breaking character outside of the ring. He is fucking chef's kiss. I like this guy. I would watch AEW for him alone. I would watch it for him alone. Not gonna lie.
Fire me! Fire me!
Number 5, Bret Hart. Bret Hart's feud with Shawn Michaels was littered with back and forth personal jabs. This intensified their rivalry and resulted in the two sharing legit animosity towards each other.
I remember the Sunny Days one.
Now, because you're gonna hate each other after that.
Phony little faker, why don't you take your little pussyfoot injury?
No. I'm not going anywhere.
Go back and find your smile.
Degenerate, that's what you are. A self-professed degenerate. Shawn Michaels, you're a disgrace to professional wrestling. Instead of facing me like a man, you're too busy posing for girly magazines. By the way, I don't think it was a girly magazine. I think it was a gay magazine.
I will not.
Yeah, you do that shit out there was like, fuck what you heard. Yo, back in the 90s, being called gay was definitely like the, whoa, wait a minute. That shit was definitely, hey man. Now you gotta fight me for my honor. Why'd you do that? Why'd you go ahead and do that? You can only imagine in like a testosterone-filled place like wrestling. It was like, yo, bro, I will fucking strangle you.
Nothing to do with him. I just hope I don't have to run him over with my car or something because he bothers me that much.
During Bret's return to the WWF in 1996, he talked about his decision to re-sign with the company instead of joining WCW.
All I can say is they made me a great offer. Well, I'll be with the WWF forever.
Whoa! That I'm not somebody that's greedy for money. I'm a person that's greedy for respect.
Bret also mentioned how he made a promise to
He ended up going to
nephew that
WCW,
Hitman
right?
would return.
And that little boy passed away. From that very day, I promised myself that I would come back.
Canada's a country where we still take care of the sick and the old, where we still have health
He was going
care.
fucking crazy back then.
After the passing of his brother Owen, Bret openly spoke about his dilemma in retiring from the ring on his own terms.
Maybe it's time for me to move on and try to accomplish something else in another field or do something else.
which is sad when you consider less than half a year later, he would wrestle a match that ultimately led to the Hitman's career ending against his will. Number 4.
We just spoke about that too, right? With the Big E spot, like, it'll be some super inconsequential shit, and then, like, it just fucks you, like, your career's just done. That's why I always got respect for these guys, man. Like, anytime they get in the ring, if it's a fucking suplex, a fucking drop kick, anything, like, you never know what the fuck could just end your whole shit. And they put a lot into this stuff, man. I know he gotta hate Goldberg for real. Like, that gotta be rat beef forever. Anytime I see you, it's all a sight. We're scrapping. It's gonna be straight up Booker T versus Steve Austin in the supermarket vibes every time I see him. You kicked me in the fucking head?
Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels fired back at Bret in some unique ways, including the infamous line that implied Bret was sleeping with Sunny.
Even though lately you've had some sunny days, my friend, you still can't get the job done.
In a similar vein to how Michaels got upset about being mocked by Bret for appearing in Playgirl. The Sunny comment angered the Hitman and later led to a physical confrontation backstage.
They really didn't give Goldberg a lot of time to, like, get good in the ring, right? Like, a lot of his shit was like squash matches, right?
Real animosity.
Hitman, I seen you on the road, and bro, you ain't no role model.
But despite this, the bad blood kept on spewing.
You couldn't go 10 minutes in any situation, if you know what I mean. Oh boy. If Bret can make
Shawn, chill.
He'd sell his mother. That's the truth. Now, wow. Whether it be out here or back there, Bret Hart hates my guts.
Like, religious Shawn Michaels was definitely on demon time. If I recall correctly, this man was, it's just fucking rock star energy everywhere he went. Yeah, nah, see, Goldberg needed more time. He needed more time in the oven for sure. He definitely needed more time in the oven. I know there was like a match he did with like William Regal, and it was just like a disaster. Like, bro, why'd we do that to?
I'm a hell of a lot safer out here than I am back there. And saying how happy he is to have me out here commentating on his match. You know, all the good stuff Bret always says about me. I think he's just reinforcing that bond, that love that we have. You thought you were burying yourself before. Bringing that idiot out here is even worse. You have convinced me that you are the dumbest son of a bitch I have ever met in my life. If I go down, I'm bringing everybody with me, and I'm going out in a blaze of glory. For you, Bret Hart, your obsession with me, it will ultimately be your destruction.
Bret and Shawn buried the hatchet on TV in 2010, after years of Shawn continuing to throw shade at the Hitman on screen.
And then I ran his ass down south with the rest of those dinosaurs.
Nobody would even care in the United States.
And your point would be what? I screwed you once, and I'll screw you again. You deserved what happened 12 years ago in Montreal.
Oh man. Yes. Yo, chill out. Chill out. Those is fight words. How dare you? I know after the Montreal screw job of it, it's punched Vince in the eye. I don't think, yeah, but yeah, that shit was great.
At that time, Shawn was very opinionated and strong-willed.
Triple H, wait a minute! Hey, you were a bad guy. I was a good guy. Good guy. Wait a minute.
Number 3, Paul Heyman. Heyman may be infamous for all the lies he's told behind the scenes.
I said it earlier. You let Paul Heyman get to talking? Give him a mic. He is going to skewer anybody you put in front of him. 3 times from Sunday. I don't think I've heard anyone that could go like Paul Heyman. Like I said, I need Paul Heyman to narrate the basic shit in my life. Cratewraith ran out of toilet paper. My client, Cratewraith, is stuck on the toilet. I need Paul Heyman.
Always found it so much easier in life to lie. People accept lies so much easier.
But so many of his promos are great because they're not based in fiction. They often cover real life matters and portray how Paul really feels.
God knows the network has never put out one freaking commercial or one press release to let you know that we're here. We hate this stinking network. Hey, network, I dare you to throw me off the air.
Because we all kind of know how ugly his daughters are and they kind of look just like the old man and they probably talk like this. Just kidding. You understand me or not? I'm just kidding.
How you doing at the seesaws in
Oh,
Louisville,
man.
Jerry? Huh? Your own son!
He slapped the shit out of
Call themselves lawyers.
Heyman is also known for his shoot-style promos.
The only reason you were WWE champion for a year is because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesday.
Never afraid to hold back and deliver some home truths that people need to hear.
In 2005, WWE had no vision for you. And what did I do? I martyred my entire career for you.
Don't you realize that the Mop had more personality than you? That the Mop had more charisma than you? That the Mop had more chemistry with Perry than you? I mean, can you honestly believe that you ever had a chance against a Mop? Get lost! Take a hike!
Number 2, John Cena.
Damn.
Cena has long since been known for his ruthless personal jabs at other wrestlers.
We do gotta pause it. The titties were tittying, though. The titties were tittying. I'd be wrong if I didn't say that. I was looking respectfully.
You can say you're a grown man. I just don't believe you. You're a baby. I don't know whether to spank you or breastfeed you.
But there was a noticeable change in John's promos after his feud with CM Punk in 2011.
And I know no matter what I do, I could increase my work rate. I could add to the 5 moves of doom, or maybe let my heel persona shine through.
The PG Cena that had been seen in previous years wasn't going to work anymore. Instead, we'd see a more savage side to Cena.
Every week, you show up, steal a paycheck, and you are a waste of space.
Yo, his
You're
promo.
just a guy.
Cena can go, man.
On to that championship.
He pops up and he doesn't miss a beat. He's so good. So
maybe, just maybe, if you hold on to this, you can finally walk around with the Western superstars and say, "Hey guys, look, I'm finally what I'm supposed to be 10 years ago." Dwayne Johnson is a self-centered, egotistical, see-through son of a bitch that wouldn't give a rat's ass if this company closed its doors tomorrow. You're on your way to greatness, but I can't put you in that class because you don't belong in that class.
oh my God, you wait. Are we friends, bro? Like, I didn't pick to lose. It's not my fault.
You are not broken down, because if you was broken down, you wouldn't be posting workout videos on your wife's Instagram.
You're just a fake.
Congratulations. It took you 5 years to cut a halfway decent promo, but now I'm about to shrink you down to size. You're gonna try as hard as you can to make it here. And if you ever fail,
in the back like, yo, this
it's
is
my
fucked.
fault, right? Because I buried you.
I also know that the Fiend is Bray Wyatt, is Husky Harris, is a guy in a mask.
Y'all look just like your mugshots. How was it getting arrested?
And this included incorporating the real-life issues of his opponents into promos.
Why on earth do we continue to give 5th and 6th chances to people? All they do is say, "What about me?"
You've had behavior problems in the ring. You've had behavior problems outside the ring.
This is not your first year here, Dolph. It is your 7th. The Dolph Ziggler story goes like this. First you were a caddy, then you were a cheerleader, then you had blonde hair, then you had brown hair, now you have blonde hair, then you had a large girlfriend, now you got a small girlfriend, now you got a large man, and you walk around with a suitcase that has a contract and a bunch of Valtrex. For 300 days, you have been WWE champion. For 300 days, that championship has been irrelevant. You ain't stepped up, you fell off. All you've been showing the WWE Universe is that you got no balls. Brah.
You've rested on your laurels, you're a little bit comfortable, and you need to find the edge again.
You know what? Stone Cold was right when he called you out on his podcast.
You know, it feels like he waits, like he has shit he really wants to say to you, and he will wait. Stuff you live on the air before he just unloads. Jeez, man. Is it safe to give him a GOAT trophy for, like, promos? Is it safe? Like, can we do that? I don't have the authority. You guys have the authority. Let me know if we're giving Cena, like, an all-time GOAT. He doesn't have to be the best there ever was, but, like, is he up there, though? Like, can we get Dre? He kind of goes crazy.
Bona fide WWE superstars, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. One guy still trying to figure it out, Dean Ambrose.
You're a dude named Mike who shortened his last name on the real world, tried to bootleg The Rock's electricity to get put on the WWE. When you got here, you straight up stole Chris Jericho's personality. You stole Ric Flair's figure 4
A lot of these guys are like fucking superheroes to
Daniel
the kids,
Bryan's
man.
offense and his personality. You're a dude dressed up as a dude playing another dude.
I blame you. I'm still here because you can't do your job.
Yo, look at Kurt's face. Yo, look at Kurt's face. He is in. He is in, bro.
Because you can't do your job.
This is the face of a man who is enthralled. He's like, you're not saying this to the guy. Don't do this to their top guy. Cena, what are you doing? Oh my God, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 moment with Cena going fucking absolutely nuts on Reigns. And I love Roman. But bro. Ooh, goddamn.
I would so much rather be bald than have them pipe in fake crowd noise for my matches because nobody cares.
You're not allowed to do this. This right here, this is part-timer energy. Because you know you're not going to get in trouble. What they're going to do, not invite you back? Why can you say that? Why can you say that? I know he called out The Rock for, like, having the promo written on his wrist. It's like, come on, Cena. You son of a bitch. Just hit it, fix it.
John showed he could go toe-to-toe with anyone on the mic and came out on top.
I think Rock has something written on his wrist.
Balls on you, brother.
I didn't know that was. I didn't know that was covered up. Yo, The Rock was like, bro, you motherfucker. You fucking suck for this.
Balls on you, brother. We've said balls.
Just like I don't need my notes for my promo on my wrist.
Number 1, CM Punk. Punk's promos in WWE really began to hit their stride during his feud with Jeff Hardy in 2009. Here, Punk leaned into more of a straight edge persona, while at the same time scolding Jeff for his struggles with substance abuse.
I know you know a thing or two about prescription medication. What I don't think you realize is that you have to go to a doctor to legally obtain some. I'm gonna do what you should have done a long time ago. I'm gonna just say no.
We all remember how Punk set the wrestling world alight with the original Pipe Bomb promo.
But the fact that Dwayne is in the main event of WrestleMania next year and I'm not makes me sick.
And in the months following, where Punk continued to shoot straight, still basing the content of his promos in reality.
I love the place I work. I just hate the people in charge. Things like this company inside and outside the ring are filled with a parade of shameless ass kissers. Did you tell Chris Masters, somebody who over the past year has worked his ass off to get better, did you fire him face to face, or did you call him up and say, hey kid, it's a budget thing, best of luck in your future endeavors?
You know, the fact that they knew what they had, right? They knew they had gold with Punk. You gotta let him talk. So you're gonna sit there and you're gonna take these shots. I definitely respect them as creative for just being like, yo, give him like 3 minutes out there uninterrupted. He has to talk. This shit is white hot right now. The whole situation is fucked up, but like, I respect that they were like, yo, let him go, let him good. Let him go.
You went from somebody who just sucked to somebody who just sucked up. I have had friends work for this company and be unceremoniously fired.
They deserved it.
They deserved it? They deserved it. Why? Because you don't know what makes a superstar in 2011? The guy that said the legendary Eddie Guerrero was a vanilla midget. What do you know about main event talent? You gonna punch me in the face? Or do you gotta go ask your wife permission first? You know who gave up on their dream? You did. When you moved to California to become a bodybuilder and you became a sports entertainer because you couldn't hack it. All right?
Certainly we've got similarities. We don't smoke, we don't drink, we don't do drugs, but you know something?
He's gonna take the shot. Shooter's gonna shoot. He's gonna take the shot. He's listening. He's listening very intent. That I would get frustrated. He's standing on the opposite side of the room from me, boy. I don't want to do this shit no more. You're gonna embarrass me. I'm gonna cry. My seal is gonna meet her. I don't like it. I don't like it anymore.
You don't wear the pants in the family, but you do wear her panties, don't you? I would, but I know where that hand's been.
After joining AEW in 2021, Punk reflected on his horrific end to life in WWE.
And I was never gonna get healthy physically, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, staying in the same place that got me sick in the first place.
While also throwing jabs at the company.
Go ahead, leave, main event night 4 of a buy one, get one free extravaganza, and then get released.
But no matter the company, Punk is never far from controversy.
Nah,
in
he
AEW,
talking all
personal
that
issues
shit.
backstage
He
began
went
to
back.
unravel on television.
The CM Punk who loses his fake smile the second he doesn't get what he wants.
Nobody wants you here, they never wanted you here. That whole locker room's afraid to say it, not me. So get out.
You talk a big game about workers' rights, yeah? Well, you've shown the exact opposite since you've gotten here.
CM Punk, fragile ego, fragile body, weak mind, weak spirit.
The CM Punk who blames all of his failures
He's
on
talking
everyone
that shit
else
directly
but
to him.
himself.
That's because I am the one true, genuine article in a business full of counterfeit bucks.
Which ultimately led to Punk having to leave the promotion again, this time twice.
I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.
I respect the situation.
A sensational return to WWE meant mending fences.
It's a little bit corny and it's a little bit cheesy and it's not going to sound like CM Punk, but I've changed. So if you're here now, if you're watching at home and you are disappointed that CM Punk walked out, I understand, and hell, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize.
But after everything that had gone down prior, not everyone was going to welcome Punk back with open arms.
Oh, Philly Phil, stay away, you cancer. Get away from me forever.
You spent 10 years
slandering
every single person back in that locker room.
I'm not going to waste any more breath on somebody who's been gone for 8 years, has done nothing but try and tear this place down.
Congratulations. We're going on just over a month now and you're still here.
And what better way to take advantage of potential real-life concerns than to use them in storyline. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out a similar video on the top 10 great...
I absolutely love this video. This was fire. This was heat. I know it was a bit of a long one. Thank you for rocking out to the very end, but if you somehow are in the internet wrestling community and you haven't checked out this channel, click the top link in the description. They got bangers, absolute bops, must be watched. And if you heard the question of the video earlier, give me an answer down in the comments. I don't ask that for myself. I want to know. You see, I reply to like all my comments. I'm really good about that. That's my gimmick. I reply to comments. I'll see you in the very next video. Take care.